Here is a classic proof question involving vectors. Here they're asking us to prove that the vector AC is parallel to the vector OB. If they're parallel, it means they have the same direction, and it means therefore that the vectors will be in proportion to one another. So in other words, the only difference about the vector will be the size of it. This will be a bit more obvious as we go into this. So the first thing we've got to do is actually work out what the vector AC is. We already know what the vector OB is. That's been given to us. So AC, how are we going to find that? So remember, we're going the long way round. So instead of going AC, which is the short way, we're going to go A to O. Then we want to go from O to C. So A to O is the opposite, the reverse of O to A, so that's minus A. And O to C is given there as being A plus 2/3 B. So if I tidy that up, minus A plus A gives us no A's altogether. So that means that A to C is just 2/3 B. OB is B. So AC is just a shorter version of OB, and therefore it is parallel. Here's an example where I'm being asked to prove that M, P and N are collinear. That's a fancy way of saying that they have to be on a straight line. So if M, P and N were collinear and line up, then it would be true that the vector between MP and the vector between MN would be basically the same, except the MP vector would be slightly shorter version of MN, a bit like with the parallel idea. So let's start with MP. So the vector MP I'm going to get by doing MO and then OP. O is reverse direction to OA, so it's minus a half A. M is a midpoint, and then OP is going to be a half C. Let's factorise out that half because that will make the end result easier to see. So we've got a half in brackets minus A plus C. So now we're going to do MN. MN is also MO, OB, and then it's BN. Again, MO we know is minus a half A, OB is B. So BN is half of BC, which is that long-winded one at the top. So a half of a half is a quarter, so that's minus a quarter A, minus B, because remember we're halving everything, and plus 3/4 C. So tidy that up. So minus a half minus a quarter, that makes minus 3/4 A altogether. B minus B, no B's. Plus 3/4 C, and again if we factorise out the 3/4, in the brackets we've got minus A plus C. C here is that MN is a slightly bigger version than MP, which therefore proves that they're on a straight line.